What we're going to want to do here is click on the search icon in the top right, and we're now going to invest in the Fidelity 500 index fund, which is very similar to the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, for example, VOO. Now the symbol for that is FXAIX, but if you didn't know the symbol, you could also type in the name here, for example, the Fidelity and then the 500, and that's going to show up there as FXAIX. If you wanted to also buy VOO, if you preferred Vanguard, you could just type in VOO, and it's going to show us that Vanguard 500 index fund. This Fidelity index fund actually has lower expenses compared to Vanguard, so a lot of people prefer to invest with this one. And on this page here, you can get information about this particular fund. You can look at the performance and hypothetical growth of $10,000 year to date. So for example, year to date, 10,000 would have grown to 11,757 as the market has had some strong returns this year. Over the 1 year, you can see that chart as well. The 3 year, over the last 5 years, you would have roughly doubled your money investing in the S&P 500, which is what this index tracks. And over a 10-year period, that 10,000 would be worth about 33,850. If we scroll down here, you can get information about the most recent quote price for this, but Fidelity allows you to buy fractional shares, so you don't have to worry about that too much. And you can see here the net expense ratio is just 0.01%. So with VOO, for example, it's a 0.03% expense ratio. So there are some savings here associated with this. And because this is an index mutual fund, this is exclusive to Fidelity, so you can't buy this through other brokerage platforms. Fidelity does offer ETFs that are available through other platforms, but the index mutual funds are going to be exclusive to Fidelity. If we click on the research tab, you can get information here about the expense ratio again, the Morningstar category. You can take a look at the dividends that are paid out, and you can also see what the top 10 holdings are. So in this particular case, 34% of your money goes right into these top 10 holdings here, and that includes big tech companies like Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Google, and then you have Berkshire Hathaway, Broadcom, and Tesla making up the biggest portion. If we go back here to overview, once again, you can scroll down and see more details about the performance and things like that. But what we're going to want to do from here is click on the green buy button at the very bottom. And at this point, you can choose to invest on a recurring schedule or a one-time buy. We're going to do a one-time purchase, and this brings up the order ticket window here where we get to choose the amount that we're looking to invest. So we're going to put 50 of this $100 into this particular fund. And then if we click here, we can see here that we have $100 in cash available to trade, so that should be good for us. And there is a $0 transaction fee. So we're going to click on the preview order button, and this is going to buy us 0.257 shares of the FXAIX Fidelity 500 index fund. But one thing I want to show you right here is it has this notification at the top here that the buy order is going to exceed the cash balance, which means that we can buy this, but we can't sell it yet, because if we end up selling this, this is considered to be a good faith violation, and this can cause restrictions on your trading account. So if you're going to invest with that borrowed money, essentially, that they're loaning you before your funds settle, just understand that you can't sell it until that cash balance actually transfers over from your bank. But in this case, this is going to be a long-term demo investment, so that's no problem. And we're going to click on the green buy button at the bottom, and this is going to officially place the order. Now, if you want to see what happened here with the order, we can click on track order, and it shows the order is still open here. So let me go ahead and click on that and see if there's anything that's restricting this from closing at this point in time. There shouldn't be. It might be the fact that there is a set order window here for these index mutual funds. I'm not entirely sure.